It's time for the Gettin Outdoors podcast, Town Country United Bank Lake Millis Ferry Weekend Hunting and Fishing Report. A weekly update on water conditions, ramp events, generating schedules, horse biting, and seasonal hunting information with my outdoor media analysts Joe Allen Dunn and Kevin Sims. This weekly hunting and fishing report is brought to you by the good folks at Town Country United Bank in Camden, Alabama, serving their customers for over 40 years. Town Country United Bank's highest priority is satisfied customers. Now, here's your weekend Lake Millis Ferry hunting and fishing report.
We get up in the morning, most days by the crack of dawn. We hug our kids and kiss our wives, put our boots and our blue jeans on. We love our troops cause we know the truth as they fight for you and me. We don't know much, but we know enough. Ain't nothing in life for free. Put a shotgun in our hands. We drive a truck where we can work the land. And we raise hell on Saturday night. Drive a tractor, watch it pull. We can saddle a horse or ride a bull. We got creek banks, southern pines, red clay and shine. Put a shotgun in my hand. I drive a truck well I can work the land. And I raise hell on Saturday night. Hey, yeah. I drive a tractor, watch it pull. I can saddle a horse or ride a bull. We got creek banks, southern pines, red clay and shine.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Gettin Outdoors podcast, 164 Town Country United Bank Hunting and Fishing Report with my outdoor media analyst and reporter and outdoorsman, man. We got a lot to talk about, Kevin. You had a hell of a weekend.
I did.
And Joe Allen's not going to be with us again today, but he's going to be back next week. I hope he
ought to have a lot to talk about.
He sure ought to. He said he's coming tomorrow and gonna stay all weekend and just relax. And he needs a good vacation.
That's
Everything's
right.
going good. I want to shout out to everybody tuned in. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Hey, just enjoyed that interview a while ago with Laura and Laurie with the Go Outside Bassmaster Go Outside group, and I finally found out what Laura's doing up there, and I'll put all that information in the details of this podcast. And I want y'all to go like, share, and follow all of the Go Outside social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and their website, because she is doing a great job with that. All right, let's see what I got there. I called the Powerhouse today. Well, before we get to that, let's go over some events, because we got some pretty good events coming up this weekend. And this is the one I'm very excited about. Pride of the South Delta Team Series this Saturday. Now, I've got Bridgeport City Landing up there, but it's actually, I think, the registration, blast off, and weigh-ins at Roland Cooper State Park.
I think that's right.
But you can launch at Bridgeport City Landing. And how many boats you say you had? 82?
Randall told me he was boat 82.
Boat number 82. So this could be a 100-boat tournament going out of Roland Cooper State Park Saturday for the Pride of the South Delta Team Series, and that's good. And it ought to be a good weekend. The water ought to be back right. We'll talk about that in a minute. Now, this is something I want all y'all in Clark County, well, Clark, Washington, Monroe, Wilcox, Choctaw, and Marengo counties. This Saturday at 10 o'clock, at 11 o'clock, the 4-H Pig Squeal Show and Auction in Fulton, Alabama. Now, these kids got these pigs back in January, and they raised them. They kept up with them. They kept up with the paperwork, all the medical stuff, fed them, and they are going
all the weights.
All the way. And they're going to show them at 11 o'clock, and then they're going to auction them off at 1 o'clock, and they are needing people to be there to buy these hogs from these kids. And you know what pork is in the store now. Processor will be on hand, so all you got to do is go spend the money, and the processor will take the hog and cut it up for you, make you
I
pork
wish we could get some sheets on what they're going to charge, you know, to give people a heads up, see how efficient it's going to be.
I'm sure they'll have all kind of stuff there. But Wendy's going to be on with me Friday morning on the live show.
That's some question we need to know. Maybe she can find out what the processor is going to charge.
How much the processor is going to charge. But y'all, please support those kids. I tell you, this is what they do that work for. And the more people that show up, the more money they make. You know, they learn.
What's forward in the farming aspect? Them kids,
right.
they get instilled with that, and maybe they want to be raise hogs when they own their place.
That's exactly right. That's what it's about. It's a great event. Always a good turnout. We appreciate it. All right, next Monday night at the Gaston's Grill, if you are a beekeeper, the Clark County Beekeepers Association is having a meeting Monday night. All they want to do talk about bees. I don't know nothing about bees, but it's a lot of people that do, Kevin. And
well, as the temperature warms up, you're gonna start seeing swarming now. Be time to start collecting.
So if you guys are into bees, be at Gaston's Grill at 6 o'clock Monday night for the Clark County Beekeepers Association meet and greet. And then next Saturday, a week from this Saturday, the CT Ward Power Sports Grand Open House. And I don't know where he's going to be able to get in there. He getting boats in every day. He got him a new boat in yesterday from 10 to 2. I'll be there, and he's going to be cooking, and we're going to have a great time. He's going to have reps with the Mercury, Yamaha, the boat dealers. I think the Power Pole reps going to be there. Awesome. So make your way to CT Ward Power Sports Grand Opening House. Now, he's been open a couple of years, but when he opened up, the COVID was so bad, he's just now gotten to where he can do his grand opening. So y'all go check it out. And I did get a text today from Josh Prim, the Roland Cooper State Park Big Crappie Day in May. That ain't but 2 weeks from Saturday. And I told him they got a lot of work to do before they get this thing pulled off. So call Josh Prim at 334-682-4838 if you're interested in the Roland Cooper State Park Big Crappie Day.
It's going to be the hourly weigh-in like before?
Yeah, every hour on the hour. And then that same day over at the Soggy Bottom Lodge, one of the biggest events of the year for those special needs kids Outdoors Fun Day at Soggy Bottom Lodge. We'll be talking a whole lot more about that later on. All right, let's see what we got, Kevin. I called the Powerhouse today, and Miller's Fair is running 2 units from midnight to 6 a.m. and then 4 units from midnight to 3 p.m. I reckon the floodgates are closed.
Yes, I'm sure they did. If they got any open, it'd be just that one they keeping flushing out to.
At the Jones Bluff Locking Dam, they're running 2 units from midnight to 7 a.m. and 3 units from 5 p.m. to midnight. So they ain't running nothing in the middle of the day. And I did not get the river temperatures. I talked to Travis Powell a while ago. He was below the dam, and it was 70.2 degrees. But I believe that above the dam would be a little warmer than that. I really do. The Swamp Cartel's tuned in. How you guys doing? Al Smith up at Lock 5. I never did get the results of that tournament, but I understand it was a bad day for the crappie fishing tournament up there. We'll talk about that in a minute. road closure. Let me put this up here where this is confusing a lot of people. And let me put this up here. If you are coming to Roland Cooper State Park or Bridgeport City Landing, I don't know if they've closed the road yet or not. They've got all the barricades up and they have all the detour signs. But just to be sure,
if you're in a hurry, don't go the green route.
Yeah, don't go the green route. The green route it will get you to Bridgeport City Landing, but that dip off has really dropped now. It has dropped another 4 or 5 inches.
Yeah,
so
it's marked
just
with
about
signs,
got
but
to stop.
be looking
if
for
you
it.
see a sign on that County Road 31 that says slow, you better be slow. I'm telling you, because it is a bad place between where you turn off of 43 and go to the Roland Cooper.
And I had a lot of people ask me, say, "Well, why don't they put some drainage?" It's a fault line. This is not the sloughing off. This is not rain. It's a fault line where this place is on the road. It's the same one that's cut the road off coming in from going through Bridgeport on the main route.
It really
but
is.
They're doing the best they can with it, and and I'm sure they'll be out there on it soon.
But if you're going to Roland Cooper State Park, now you got to take the red route. When you turn off at the post office, don't turn left and go up 31. Stay on 43 all the way to Roland Cooper State Park.
Right.
And if you staying at Roland Cooper State Park and you want to go to Bridgeport, you got to go all the way around. So heads up on that if you coming hunting, fishing this weekend at Roland Cooper State Park, or you fishing the Pride of the South tournament at where you launching Bridgeport. All right, the old Gollywopper's on here. You see where he done started him a ministry. I got all that information on the Facebook page. He was in Camden at the barbecue this weekend, and now he is doing kind of like the Equip ministry. He's traveling around talking with the old Gollywopper, and that's what he always wanted to do. When he first killed that big deer, he said he wanted to share it with everybody and share the word, the gospel. So he's doing it, and I'm mighty proud of old Wayne. And he's fishing like the devil too, but he said he done got too hot. What's the water temperature? Mark Boland's tuned in. He said the boat's loaded and headed up there in the morning. I thought your boat was loaded with crappie and you was headed up here, but you coming fishing in the morning. Anybody fish today? Give me the water temperatures on Miller's Ferry. All right, Chuck Wheels Willie, I hear him every night. Everybody thinks they whippoorwills. I got to put that video back up. Chuck Wheels Willer are the birds that we have around here that everybody thinks is a whippoorwill. They're entirely different bird. The whippoorwills are further north. They are in Alabama, but they're further north.
The birds we have are kin to a whippoorwill. But they're not the actual whippoorwill.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so I just wanted to give you, I love to hear them. And bullfrogs, I believe it's a record year of bullfrogs.
They bad. They were thumping the other day when we were fishing.
All right, we said about the beekeepers. And you see that video that
Shane's on?
They sent me Shane, on those alligators at Shell Creek. Did you see that video? I think those alligators were doing a little hanky panky.
Yeah, well, there was one that I forgot what site it had on there. It was a night vision. They was wondering, and then these people put these videos on there. They growling. It's like an outboard motor. That's during the mating process.
That's the mating process.
In the whole video, the whole story I read, that they never said that. They was like making out like they was like trying to be on attack mode or something.
I don't think so. I think them old big ones, they'll just vibrate.
Yeah, they hold their head up out of the water like a stump and open their mouth, make that noise.
And Mark says he's got a nest full of baby bluebirds. That might be the second nest full. We've already had one nest full fly. That might be the second nest. And I know we got a one nest full of house friends that have flown. And I saw the mama out there working on the nest this evening, so they'll nest twice. Maybe three times also. But everybody get your bird feeders full, and make sure to get your hummingbird feeders out also. Good afternoon, Brad Dunn. All right, let's see. Let's do the fishing report Kevin, we're going to start off with catfish this weekend. The Alabama Catfish Series had a heck of a tournament up at Selma, Alabama, and I got the results here. My old buddy Hound Dog coming there.
My first cousin.
All right, Michael Hilliard won it. He had he had the big fish. 26.1 pound blue cat was the big fish. Michael Hilliard had it. Chad Weiss had the first place fish, 3 fish with a 48.1. Now, Chad sent me a picture the other day of some big old fish he caught on the Tom Bigby River.
Mm-hmm.
So, congratulations, Chad. And then old Shane Sims, the Catfish Bandits, they were just behind. They lost by 1 pound, 47.1.
And I think their big fish was 25 something. It was like they were close on big fish too.
Michael Hilliard was third place with a total of 43 pounds. Fred Simmons and Walter People had a total of 40.1 pounds for fourth place. Fifth place was Stanley and Mike Cruz with 33.7. Sixth place, Big Bama Brian Taylor. He got to quit cooking and start fishing out there on that river. He looked like a floating restaurant out there. You see all that food?
I saw that. He had it going on. He said he had a lot of comments on that.
That ain't going to win you no tournament, though, brother. Mike Ross had 17.3, come in 7th, and Gary Griffin and Clay Williams did not weigh in. But that was the story of the day, was the lunch that Big Bama Bryant was cooking out there on the boat. Lonnie Ray had a good day also. He had a good day. Gerald Hatch sent me 2 groups of pictures. He's limb lining out there I read in that water.
Before it went down.
Yeah, before it went down. He caught some great fish on limb line.
I've been hearing a lot of buzz that the yellow cat's still biting though. They're catching a bunch of yellow cat right now.
And Scott had those kids out there Saturday. They caught some fish drugging. Not Scott, Travis. Mm-hmm. And Scott, they fishing, catching some. So now what I'm hearing though, here's what I'm hearing about the catfish, Kevin. Mm-hmm. I'm hearing that you and old Big Bama Bryant and Hound Dog that's why the river's going down. Y'all taking all them skipjack out of there.
Well, we legal. We didn't get over 100 each time, but we did. We got the freedom stop. I'm one more trip. I'm gonna be set up for the summer.
You catching for Joe Allen, Travis, Scott.
Scott and Travis ain't getting none. They on their own. This is mine and yours and Joe Allen's skipjack.
All right. I'm glad you included me. Let me tell you, Bryant called me Sunday night about 8:00. What you doing, Big Daddy? I said, I just got out the shower. I'm sitting down watching TV. Are you at home? I said, yeah, I'm at home. He said, I've had to bring you some skipjack. I said, don't bring me no stinking ass skipjack over here to my house.
At 8:00 at night.
8:00 at night. You take them home and bag them up, and I'll get some from you. They want to know how y'all catching them skipjack.
We catch them at down there by the powerhouse, on where the bank fishing is, on a sabiki rig. And it seemed like the one that had a little bit of red in the red bead on it, they were doing better than the yellow bead.
And Joe Allen's got the sabiki rigs at Dunn Sports in Thomasville, Alabama.
That's right.
All right, now, if you coming fishing this weekend, I guess everything's in play. And Travis told me they caught some Sunday on them long lines in the river.
Yeah, that the current is a factor now. You can get into the current. Water temperature is up enough, that you still fish. It's real shallow, but that I did like if I was going jugging Saturday morning, I would go on the lower end where all the islands are instead of getting into the protected backwater and put them out in that shallow water where it's current. Because them big sows that's spawning now, they're in that current. Mm-hmm. They get down there, they get them behind them logs and under them holes and stuff like that, where the water's still shallow. I still would fish my shallow jugs, even though you may put a few deep lines out, but you can get down on them flats on the lower end, let them go across that shallow water and be on.
Well, what if you're reeling rod fishing?
Around, the same thing, get behind the island, throw it out there on the edge of the current, any eddy, any backwash, a ledge where there's some protection from the current, because the temperature is on up now where the fish can move out there and wait the bait to come to them. They ain't got to be hunting it, because they're active enough to chase a bait when it comes through there,
Captain Troy's on. Captain Troy sent me a picture of that new crappie boat he's making, a fiberglass crappie boat.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Shane helped design it, and I can't wait to see it. He's going to keep up with it while he's making it. It's going to be a fiberglass, 21 foot, 6 foot wide at the front. Mm-hmm. It's going to be something now, I'm telling you. He's been making them boats for down there at the Gulf, and he's going to make a crappie boat. I can't wait to see it. All right, catfishing this weekend. Everybody asked me what you use for bait. The best bait on the Alabama River to catfish with, the top 3: skipjack, and skipjack.
That's right.
And then everything else.
That's right.
You know, shad's good, chicken livers are good, chicken gizzards are good.
I texted Stacy the other night, and I seen that picture of that bucket of skipjacks.
Yeah.
He said, that's daggone catfish candy. What he said.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about crappie. And we talked about the Lock 5 crappie tournament. I talked to Shane the other day. I don't forgot who won it. Al, if you still on, put up there who won it. But I don't think Shane did anything. It was kind of a rough. The water conditions wasn't good. But
I think it was rising and muddy, and you had that high pressure starting Saturday morning.
But Al, don't let that discourage you now. Let's keep having them things. They made an announcement this week. It's a professional crappie anglers association's fitting to start up, kind of like Alabama Bass Trail. It's going to be a $1,500 entry fee. You got to enter them.
Yeah, I can't remember the guy that posted it. What was the guy's name?
Well, Eric Cagle posted it, but the guy that's doing it is he's a Williams. I can't remember.
But he doesn't want to be in control of it. He wants to get the anglers involved, kind of like the Major League Fishing deal.
Yeah, that's what.
And where he can fish and not have to deal with all the logistics of everything. And I hope it goes. I
do too. I hope it works. I'm gonna support him 100%. My old buddy John Cresswell been talking to me for 4 years about how to catch them crappie. He's done everything I told him to do. Bought him a live scope. He did everything. He found out yesterday. He went on a trip with Gerald Overstreet.
I saw it.
He sent me a text last night and said he couldn't believe how much he learned fishing with Gerald Overstreet yesterday.
We talked about earlier. Brent's brother's going to go. He got a trip scheduled sometime in May. Mm-hmm. He got it lined up.
Well, I tell you, if you want to learn something about crappie fishing, Overstreet Guide Service is the way to go. And Shane's got 2 Bucks Guide Service. I think he's taking somebody. Mm-hmm. I think he's taking on Mark's Outdoors this weekend down here. So good luck to everybody. Crappie fishing. I don't know what to tell you. I ain't been. Joe Allen ain't been. Kevin ain't been. The people I'm talking to, I think the spawn they in its post spawn.
Yeah.
Now they are still a little bit scattered out. What everybody's telling me. Mark's going tomorrow. He can give us a heads up. But if I was going this weekend, I would hit those suspended treetops, that trash piles, brush piles folks done put out, and in 10, 12 foot of water. And that's what I would do. Now,
I think too that while the water's off, your tops are going to probably do better. And then as the water starts moving, you might be able to get on some of these stumps that's over closer to the edge of the river, the mouth. So I can't know where they get out there where it's a little bit of, they feel that current, But don't if you just pole fishing or whatever, you're not like using a live scope, don't pass the stump without dropping down by it, But the tops is gonna be the best way.
And don't go without one of them drop shots. I'd work that riverbank too. That riverbank.
The river's going. It's going to be in play too.
And 688 Randy Samples and Jay Butterfield won the Lock 5 tournament. And you said 13 pounds was going to win.
I did.
And so that was a bad day, But like I said, Al, do not get discouraged because that's
fishing, and which that was some good fishermen right there, and the average guy might not even got that.
That's right. That's exactly right. So don't give up. Let's keep doing it because I tell you, I'm looking for a lot of crappie fish tournaments to start popping up. I really am. But anyway, if you're going crappie fishing this weekend, minnows, jigs, both in play, deep water, shallow water, and halfway deep water.
That's right.
On treetops and brush piles.
Yeah, I would say, from 6 to 18. I mean, just whatever. Some some fish are gonna move out there. They're gonna move to the cover. If the cover is in 12, they might be up on top of the cover.
Yeah.
And the water may 12 foot deep. They still may be 6 foot. Or it may be a treetop in 18-foot water, and then fish be up there in 10 foot of water on top of that top. Mm-hmm. They're gonna be in that feeding position because they're coming off the bed, and they're gonna eat. They're gonna eat for the next couple of weeks.
Well, I'm gonna tell you now, the crappie fishing is, and I can't wait. Shane, he showed Joe Allen the other day how to shoot them docks. When it gets hot, Shane Jones is hot.
That's right. He said he'd rather be. He said, if I ain't got my fan blowing, I ain't fishing.
He got a fan, and he showed me a pipe filler's umbrella he finna put in his boat. So this summer, he's going to teach us how to catch them hot weather crappie. One summer I quit crappie fishing and started jugging because I couldn't catch them. Mm-hmm. All right, that's Kenny Massengill. He said they were suspended in 4 foot of water Monday. He had a good day Monday. Yep. So thanks, Kenny, for that. You still catching them on them little bitty jigs? And so if you're coming crappie fishing, just be ready. 15.7-pound bass caught in a Georgia in a pond. I hadn't seen that, Will. Send me the link to it. But let's talk about bass fishing. And Kevin and Jamie, Team Diamond Baits, won the fruit jar the other day. Y'all beat Team Heavy Hitters.
Yep. It was wasn't it, I think it was 8 or 9 boats, but there was some good fishermen there, and
10 boats, I believe.
Yeah, 10 boats, yeah. And we had a good day, and could have been better. We had a couple of miscues there, but we just fell right on them. We when we started, within 10 minutes, we had 4. Maybe 30 minutes, we had 4 fish, and then we kind of struggled around trying to get the 5th one, lost one, caught a couple of short fish, and then we went back to what we was started with, and we narrowed the pattern down to a real small. I mean, it was like very small, and we kind of run out of spots, and we was leaving, and we was just going out a different way to a little cut, and I caught a 3-pound largemouth and lost another one. It was a good spot, and it was in the current, but we went to a couple more places, and we caught fish over there, but we just didn't upgrade. But it was a good day. We had 12.93, I think. That's pretty good sat for
12.93
from 3 o'clock to dark.
That was 5 fish.
5 fish.
5 fish. Well, it was a good tournament, and the next one will be May the 5th will be the next tournament.
That's right.
And
then our shutdown comes up, and I don't know if they'll have it then or not for sure. The shutdown starts like the 15th, I think, of May.
But, all right, now, the Alabama Bass Trail had theirs up on Wise Lake because that don't play for us, but they had a good tournament. And I'll tell you, they got that live feed down now, son. I tell you, if you want to see how those ABT anglers are fishing a body of water, you need to watch that live feed on Saturday morning from 7:30 to 11:30. And, I mean, sight fishing. They were showing how they were sight fishing for those bass. It just shows what they're doing, and it's really cool because it's live. And
well, I talked to some really showing up good fishermen on Tennessee River, and that they explained that to make it to that elite bass or that elites in the MLF, that it's a big financial burden with a little bit of luck because it's a hard path to get there, but it's a lot of good fishermen that can fish at that level that don't have that day, don't have that miracle day, or don't have the financial resources to keep pursuing it till they have that day. Because it's a big deal, but there's a lot of good fishermen in state of Alabama and Tennessee.
You darn right. All right, I see Jeffrey Reeves is up there. I see some guys going fish that tournament.
Jeffrey's fishing with Randall.
Is he? Okay. All right. Well, there you go. Well, how are they gonna win it? Now you won it last Thursday. The water has changed a little bit. The water's gonna be normal pool. You gotta look at the generating schedule, see if there's any current. But what you gonna do if you fish that tournament Saturday out of Roland Cooper State Park?
Well, I say it all the time. I done got to be a barometer watcher, I guess. But
We need us a barometer in here.
Yeah.
Tell me where to buy one.
I got an app on my phone. That's what I use. But anyway, he had two rods on the deck of the boat. We had flipping sticks on it. That's what we did. We went out there, we punched grass, like that, and it was probably, I don't know, 5 o'clock. We was leaving. I just picked it up like that, and all of a sudden it turned around. It'd been moving all day, which is good. It wasn't sitting still. And then it started going back down about 5 o'clock. And I picked up that swim jig then, and that's what most of the bites came on that after it started getting late in the afternoon. But
what kind of plastic did you have on? Did you just use a skirt?
We were just using just like a creature bait, like a beaver or something. We punch, and we tried 3 or 4 colors. And I started off with red and black, and then I went to a blue and black. And Jamie was using a green and black, and then he went to a green and pumpkin. We tried a bunch of different baits. I think the green and pumpkin was what we caught most of the fish on, because we finally dialed it up, and we decided we both went fishing with the same color.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's going to be interesting to see. Because we have had a heck of a run with these tournaments so far to see what happens with one of those big boats. A lot of fishermen, a lot of hammers are going to be here Saturday. It's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen at Roland Cooper.
We had the last big tournament. It was I think it was 18 pounds won it. We didn't have the 20-pound sack, but we did have a good average. We had like 7, 8 boats had 17 pounds.
Yeah.
We had, and that's a good sign.
Well, I see Big Bama Bryant's on here. I'm thinking about getting him a GoPro, and when he ain't fishing, he can do us a cooking show. One of them go outside cooking shows on his boat. Everybody enjoyed the cooking, but you heard what I said, Brian. I mean, you got to be either a chef or a fisherman. You see, you can't come in 6th place and still wear them crowns, like you've been wearing. So you got to decide whether you want to fish or cook. Yeah, that's what you got to do. All right, that's for the bass. The Alabama public fishing lakes are on fire. Y'all see all them bluegill they sent me from Monroe County Public Lake. Catfish, you see all them catfish.
The bank fishing we're doing the brim.
The bank fishing, yeah.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, talking about brim, those rip wraps down below the powerhouse, you gonna have to elbow your way in there.
That's what I went down there Saturday. I went down there Saturday afternoon. That's how it was. It was like I couldn't get where I needed to get because there were too many brim fishermen. They were catching them too.
And they get into it now. They ain't playing. They catching them brim. And them old big brim too down there.
The lady that was doing the best down there, she put that cricket on there and then she pinched her off a piece of worm, put that piece of worm on there. She'd make sure she had it just like she wanted. She'd drop it in there and she wouldn't hold it still. She'd pop it cord. Like this. Then she'd pull up there and she was catching one every time she dropped in the water.
I wish I could. You can't see them from up top. You have to. I have to get a drone. I'm gonna get the drone and go
fly down and check them out.
Check them out. But they'll be lined up. Been doing that for years.
Oh yeah,
and years and years. But the ponds are on fire. The bullfrogs are. And if you're a frog gigger, and I think Joe Allen told me he's got all the frog gigging gear over there at Dunn Sports. If you want to go frog gigging,
they'll have their big tournament for long.
Yeah, if you want to do like Quentin Pearson, go out there and he just grabs the frogs.
Yeah,
you can't break the skin on them down in Louisiana.
Arkansas, in part of Arkansas, you can't break the skin. You have to use them pinchers where you can't reach them with your hand. Like you pick it like your thing or picking up garbage with.
But I'm telling you now, if you have a farm pond or have access to a farm pond or go to the Alabama State Fishing Lake, now's the time to catch them old big brim. I guarantee you. And you saw what Wayne Edgeworth caught it the other day in his pond.
The next full moon, it's going to be showing up explode.
All right, here we go. Well, you shouldn't have been asleep, Rush. Will. Lost a rod in the pond this weekend, pulled it out of my lap. You shouldn't have been sound asleep. Let that fish pull it out your lap. All right, let's see turkeys, the turkey numbers. All right, let me go back. To last week.
10,000 something.
No, it's more than that. Last week numbers was 11,887. Okay. This week, 13,379.
That's pretty good.
So
pretty good week.
that's 2,000 were killed this week. So the turkey, I'm telling you, every report I'm hearing from turkeys is good. And I don't know about y'all. I don't know about everywhere else, but where I'm from, we got a good turkey population. We've had a lot of people kill turkeys, and there's still plenty of them out there, and they still hammering.
Yep.
Right
and
here.
we had a little lull there with gnats got real
Yeah.
bad. Had a little lull, but they started to pick back up, what I understand.
Jess Martin sent me and Trip Star sent me a picture of a badass hog they caught in the trap down there in Beatrice. Jimmy Lofton sent me one too in the trap down there in Clark County. Y'all catching and take them hogs to the train station, and I got some good videos on my Facebook page of you guys catching them hogs. All right, when was it? Saturday night. My phone rang off the hook. I got a play-by-play of Brody's ride from my buddy Rusty Godbow.
Yeah, we went to Demopolis. Yeah,
Rusty Godbow. He was on the phone with me when he's riding, and he didn't do too good.
No, he didn't have a good night. He had the horse was actually a good horse, and we're having a glove issue right now, and his hand popped out. He made it about the third, fourth jump, and his hand just launched him. He was in pretty good shape, and he just went straight up in the air about 10, come down on his feet. We're trying to get with this guy that's I ordered a new glove, and it's going to be shipped to him. He's going to get it set up for him, so that hopefully that's going to be better. We went to Andalusia Friday night. Went to Demopolis Friday night. Yeah. Went to Andalusia Saturday night down there, and it was a great show. I'm talking about they had the lights, the cannons, the fire. It was exciting, And Brody made about 6 seconds, and then he had his hand come out again. Just said, and there was Taylor Broussard come over, and he spent a little time visiting with me and Brody, and he was telling us that he looked at his glove and told him that your glove is past its time. It's time for a new glove, and he said I recommend you get you a high lift rigging. So ain't nothing but money. We got to spend some money. We got to get
that's what you work all that overtime and all them shutdowns for.
Those are pro horses, and that's Brody's just getting on some of these really big, powerful horses. He's been riding high school horses, and and some of the high school horses are really good horses, but when you move up to PCRA or NPCRA, it's a big jump between the caliber of the animals. Yeah. These animals here, when they get to shoot like that, they shoulders up in the top of the chute. They're big, powerful animals.
Well, every time he hits his little rump on the ground, he's learning.
He's getting better. That's right. That's why I told you. The way we keep getting hurt is we got to quit falling off.
That's right. All right, when's the next rodeo?
I'm not even sure. I know that we go. It's in June in Demopolis. It'll be a close one. I'm not Demopolis, Butler in June, I think. And I think he has a high school rodeo coming up. It's in Remy, Alabama. Does that sound right? It's just and Brody's qualified for the state finals already, and I think he's pre-qualified for the nationals in high school. I'm not sure, but it's in Nebraska. Then the name of the glove is BB something is the name of the glove. Getting it from Barstow, and then I'm gonna have it shipped to a guy named Colton Wiley, and he's gonna set it up. It's gonna put a monster setup on it. It'll have 5 nipples on it.
Will said he can get you some samples.
That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome right there. That glove is a $190 glove, and I got to pay $200 more to get it set up.
So you need to hook up with Will. Yeah. I don't know what connection.
It's left-handed. I think it's a 3.5. I had to get back with you, but I think his hand's 3.5. But I'll have to get back with you on that.
All right, that's all I got, Kevin. Anything else? You gonna fish this weekend? What you gonna do?
I'm not sure. I still ain't sold out not to fish, but I ain't thinking that Randall was on the fence. I was gonna call Jeffrey and see if he wanted to fish, but Randall decided he was gonna fish. So that I'm gonna so we probably, I don't know. I ain't talked to Jamie yet. We might try to fish.
Y'all gonna fish Pride to South?
We might.
Okay.
Take that picture of that phone number right there.
It'll be up there.
Yeah, well, I have it now.
But I'm gonna go fishing this weekend. Now I got my Garmin raised up off the ground. You see that bracket the old guy Wynn Turkey Jones made for me, and I'm looking forward to getting out there and seeing.
Nick Scott wants you to post the Crappie Day phone number to call.
All right, hold on. I got it right here. His name is Josh Prim, 334-682-4838. If anybody, y'all need to punch him up because he needs to be getting them flyers out and he needs to have them tickets made up. And we ain't but 2 weeks from Saturday.
Me and Scott sent me a friend request on Facebook today. I was looking at his page there.
Who is that?
Scott Mitchell.
Oh, yeah. Hey, he's been catching the heck out of some crappie. And, all right, Scott. We need to get.
He works down at Olin. Him and Mark, they buddies.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's a good fisherman. He took them kids last week and caught the heck out of them. All right, Joe Allen will be back next week. I promise you that. I promise you. We're gonna make him come back next week.
Yeah, he just been had a lot on his plate here the last.
He did tell me that he has got those Ingalls coolers in.
They came in.
They came in. And I'm going to go over there. I want me one of them 25-quart ones to put my fish in because my live well ain't big enough.
Mm-hmm.
And
you catching so many of them, need more room.
Yeah, well, I mean, but it ain't but a 9-gallon live well. You put 8 or 10 in there and they
Lance, who is Joe Allen?
That's right. Who is Joe Allen? He ain't been here. Robert Hudson, you need to come fish on the 14th on your birthday. Happy birthday to you, my friend. All right. Anything else, Kevin? Cause we got to go. I heard Brody. He wants to
ride the bucket machine tonight. So we got to go practice.
All right. Good deal. We're going to go, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for downloading and listening to the podcast every week. This is a good one this week. And we'll be back next week. Joe Allen will be here and we'll have you all the news on what happens this weekend. And what's going to happen next week?
John told me he's going crappie fishing in the morning.
Yeah, we're good. Good. We're going to let you know next week right here on the Town Country United Bank Hunting and Fishing Report. See y'all. Have a good weekend.
Pap taught me every critter's track and how to set a hair trigger on a trap. He taught me to shoot, scale, and skin and make a snare with a leather strap. He taught me to be a part of the woods and all his woodsy tricks. Said you gotta walk soft on 2 light feet and try not to break no stick. I thank Daddy for my savvy, how to hunt and how to carry anything that I might need to get a piece of skillet meat. How to walk and how to hide, how to crawl and how to slide, how to sneak, stalk and climb and do it all on 2 light feet.